gamers in game, that's what is going on. My name is Tanek127 and welcome to another Neverwinter guide and tips video. And today we're going to be talking about your stronghold. Now, this video is mainly going to pertain to, guild leaders and people with higher ranks in their guild, because you guys should be the only ones with access to do any serious work in the stronghold. Giving lower ranked members and stuff access, and too many members access to your stronghold, can cause a lot of confusion and disorganization with things, so I would highly not recommend putting too many people onto that. Give people the right to deposit materials, of course, and stuff, but take it from a guild leader that putting too many people in charge of that can lead to a lot of confusion, miscommunication, and a lot of odd paths and stuff going along. So we're going to start simple. Right here is where you level up your stronghold itself. As you guys can see, this is our guild hall. We're still level 1. We're short on 1 resource. When you look here, it'll tell you the requirements to level up your stronghold. I believe the cap for a stronghold, I believe you max them out at level 20. I'm not 100% sure about that. But these are, the things needed to hit level 2. As you guys can see, we are full on every material. Materials that you're short on will show up in red. As you guys can see here, we're short on food. I'll explain to you about that why in a second. But everything else we're good to go on. And for any extra information, you can hit view details, and it'll also tell you, what happens when you every time you level it up. So yeah, we can see what that cap is right now actually. Okay. Yeah, the cap is actually, like I said, 20. Okay. So we're going to go over here. I'm going to teach you guys about the Coffer. The guild Coffer is basically, where you're going to deposit all the materials and stuff like that to help build your stronghold. Now, this guild hall here alone, this big castle-looking area, probably, the main gathering place for your guild. This isn't the only thing you build in a stronghold, and we're going to get to that here in a second. But this here is the Coffer. This is where you go to deposit your materials. Now, a lot of people are going to think, these materials are rare or hard to get. You have to do thousands of hours of crafting, blah, blah, blah. That is not the case. There are a lot of easy ways to obtain a lot of these materials. Like, for example, heroic shards of power, heroic encounters, dungeon drops, and stuff like that. A lot of this stuff you can get from dungeon drops. Labor. They're just labor workers that you can obtain from crafting and stuff like that you hire using your crafters. As you guys can see, I have a freaking ton of them. But wood you can almost get from pretty much anywhere. You can craft it. It'll drop in some places. Some monsters even drop it. Dungeoneers, shards of power, you get those from running dungeons. Adventurers, shards of power, I believe you can get those from running dungeons as well. Gold, you guys know, in-game currency. Gems, surplus equipment, for anyone who's confused about that, it's actually just level 60 or higher gear items and pieces. So I had a lot of people in my guild even confused on how to obtain surplus equipment. My honest recommendation was just run higher level dungeons, and the equipment that you usually sell to make gold, just stick it in the chests. We literally went from 10,000 to 18,000 a day because a lot of people have realized what it was. Astral Diamonds, they're just your Astral Diamonds. Be careful when depositing Astral Diamonds though, because a lot of people don't know that when you go to enter them, they're in multiples of 1,000. So if you put 2 Astral Diamonds and you're actually donating 2,000, or 3,000, 4,000, etc., etc. You guys get the drift. Frozen treasures, fey trinkets, dark gifts. These are all fairly more rare items, but these you'll also get from questing, dungeon loot, epic drops, and all kinds of stuff as well. As you guys can see, we're a bit low on these current things, but here is where we're going to get more into the tips menu. So building your stronghold is honestly really simple, depending on the work of your guild and stuff like that. But what you want to do to keep everything in order is go here to the My Guild section under Social, go to Stronghold, and here is a list of every single area you can build for your stronghold. Now, like I said, your stronghold just isn't this giant castle building. If you go over here to quest, hit local map while you're in your stronghold is this whole place. This is where you'll actually PvP when you do stronghold PvP in this whole area. But just so you guys know, as a disclaimer, we won't be discussing, the PvP side of strongholds for this. This is just a beginner's simple guide to building strongholds in the beginning. But as you guys can see, all these little green spots, a lot of these are areas for you to construct and build into your stronghold. Like this purple one here. This is a lumber yard. It'll obviously produce more wood. There is the one we're working on right now is to build a farm, which is why we're short on food, because we don't have a farm built yet. And you can also always, if you go here under the My Guild section and back to the stronghold, you can set any of these as your current target for what you want to build. But the only thing is, you have to physically go out into the game world and build it. Like here at the Mimic, for example, you guys see how with these items here, it shows the goal we need. Well, that's because I have my current target set for the farm, so it tells us how much we need to build each and every piece you want to set for the target. My recommendation for most people is to start with the farm. Yes, it's a little bit of a pain to grind a lot of the stuff for, but it is probably the first and most convenient thing you should start farming. I do believe you get one lumber yard for free by just going out there and completing their heroic quest. But yeah, if you come out here actually into the open world of the stronghold, the different places you have to build are out here. So I would highly suggest if you're under level 70 at all, coming out here with a group, because the enemies out here are pretty vicious. They will attack you on sight, and the mobs here are pretty massive, especially since they're built for large heroic groups. Like imagine an area that's filled with large public events that you're used to seeing in MMOs. But the next thing I want to teach you guys about your stronghold that will also help build your stronghold is your dailies. When you first get introduced to the stronghold, you're going to get a quest that's going to ask you to talk to this guy right here, the steward. He's going to introduce you to this lady, this guy, and this lady right over here. Every single day, these four are going to have dailies for you. Not only are these dailies going to give you big chunks of XP, but they're also going to give you stronghold materials that help you build and put your stronghold together. And these materials, yes, you guessed it, you deposit in that coffer that I showed you guys over there. And as you guys, deposit things and set goals in this coffer, and here's simply how it works. The more of these sites you build on here, that you build throughout this map, the easier it'll be for you to come over here and level up the total stronghold in general. And the reason you want to level up the stronghold is because as it grows, you're going to get shops here, where you can actually buy gear, materials, NPCs that'll sell and stuff for you. Once you get your stronghold leveled up high enough, there's not going to be too many shops you need to use in Protector's Enclave, because you'll have all that stuff right here in your own guild hall. And trust me, when it's all finished, said and done, it actually looks really, really amazing. Like when you start here, it looks like a pretty, worn down, beat up place, as you guys can tell. But yeah, so that's about it. I just wanted to cover the basics in this video. Don't worry, I'll be making another more advanced tutorial on strongholds later on. But anyway, guys, if this video helped you, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tnek127, and please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Peace out, guys.